What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm the Viking, and today let's talk about the Flash movie and some of these rumors that are coming out about this film. Some people are excited for the Flash, some people are not excited because they think it's going to reboot the entire DCEU, get rid of Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and have this new world for the DC universe to go forward. They think that Ben Affleck's going to be killed off, Michael Keaton will be the brand new Batman, Henry Cavill's gone, Sasha Calle's in, Brett Fisher's not allowed to be in these movies either. So it's very messy right now because we don't know what this film is. We don't have a trailer to watch. We just have little sneak peeks here and there, some rumors floating around like always. But the latest rumor from Scooper Daniel RPK on his Patreon, he said that the Flash movie will revisit all of the DCEU movies and give them an alternate take. Warner Brothers would use the Flash movie to set up a new Justice League movie. Okay, so the Flash movie, of course, is a multiverse movie. We could expect to see many cameos. I expect to see the Justice League, except for Ray Fisher, obviously. Hopefully that can get resolved and he can end up in the movie at some stage. But I expect to see the Justice League. We have Michael Keaton, we have Supergirl, Ben Affleck is going to have a pretty awesome action sequence, maybe. You know, Ezra Miller is there, maybe two, Barry Allen's, you know, stuff like that. That's pretty cool. Those ideas are pretty cool. But to set up a new Justice League would be very interesting. I've predicted this for a very long time because I'm not fully convinced that Ben Affleck would come back after the Flash movie. Henry Cavill is up in the air as well, whether he would come back. And by the end of the Flash movie, I've been saying for a while that I predict it will set up a new Justice League. I'm not saying Ben Affleck will be killed off or Henry Cavill will be killed off or erased from this timeline. I just think they might not be a part of this new Justice League that the movie sets up. I think that the new Justice League will be Flash, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Michael Keaton's Batman as a mentor, and then Batgirl, Supergirl. I think that's what they're setting up for a future Justice League movie. Now, am I impressed with that? Not really. I don't mind Michael Keaton being a mentor to the Justice League. I would just rather if he was a mentor and Ben Affleck was also in this team as well, because there has been some rumors that at the end of this movie, Michael Keaton's Batman will be brought from the Burtonverse into this main DCU timeline, which is kind of messy as well, and Michael Keaton is an older gentleman. So we'll have to see how that goes. But Daniel RPK is saying that the Flash will revisit all of the DCEU movies. So that means he would go to Man of Steel, Aquaman, Batman v Superman, Zack Snyder's Justice League or Justice League 2017, whatever they're using as canon. Some people think that's going to be canon. I don't think it is. We'll see when the movie comes out. I think maybe what would happen is they would just reference the Justice League story. I don't think they would go into maybe Zack Snyder's Justice League or Josh Whedon's Justice League. I just think they would say, oh yeah, this is when we beat Steppenwolf, and that's it. Because in both movies that happened. They beat Steppenwolf came and they beat him. They don't have to reference Darkseid, they don't have to reference any of the stuff that Josh Whedon added in. Just reference Steppenwolf, he invaded Earth, Justice League beat them. I hope Zack Snyder's Justice League is canon. I hope that Danny Machete watched the movie in March like everybody else and was impressed and was like, wow, this is pretty good. And then Zack Snyder's VFX team signed on. His best friends, Ben Affleck, signed on. So obviously this script can't be that disrespectful to Zack Snyder and the world that he built up if Zack Snyder's best friends are now working on the movie when they said, yeah, we're done. We're not doing any more DC movies. Justice League took the fun out of it. They came back for Zack Snyder's Justice League to finish that vision, but after that, no, we're finished. And then they came back from the Flash movie. And you can check out that article, or that video actually with Grace Randolph where she interviewed them, and that's what they said. So that was very interesting. And Ben Affleck read the script, rewrote some scenes and said, yeah, I'll be in this, no problem whatsoever. And even a few weeks ago or last week, he was saying that I had fun doing the Flash movie, meeting Ezra and Jason. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. Better than the previous, movie, Justice League 2017. So to revisit the DCU movies and give them an alternate take would be, say, for example, I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but for example, Zod beat Superman and Zod turned Earth into Krypton. That could be an alternate take. Or Superman beat Zod and the American government caught Superman and put him into a prison like in the comics, something like that. Or maybe in this alternate take, instead of Superman, it was Supergirl versus Zod. And there's these rumors of Fiora coming into the DCU again, returning in this movie, which is very interesting. And maybe in the alternate take of Man of Steel, it was Fiora versus Supergirl, which would be a pretty badass fight. And then maybe instead of Batman v Superman, it's Batgirl v Supergirl. I don't know if that will be it, but maybe maybe instead of Batman v Superman, it was Lex Luthor versus Supergirl. You know, different stories like that can be alternated to, like, the Flash goes through time and he messes up things so bad, different things happen. You know, that would be very interesting. Maybe Aquaman lost to Keen Orm. Stuff like that. That's what an alternate take means. That's very interesting. I think that's interesting. I really do. Now, I hope it's not too much away from what Zack Snyder did. I hope it takes his stories, his template, the plot for those films, and maybe just adds a character in or takes a character out, stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. And then by the end of the movie, it sets up a new Justice League. Now, the dream would be the original Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, and add in Supergirl, add in Michael Keaton's Batman as a mentor. Who knows who else makes a cameo in this film? But that would be pretty cool. Maybe Batgirl could join this team later on, because again, guys, J.K. Simmons returned for Commissioner Gordon for Batgirl, and then the director of Bad Boys 3, who is directing Batgirl, said, or no, he posted a picture with a Batcowl. Ben Affleck's Batcowl. So, come on, is that a sign that Ben Affleck could appear in this movie? I think the possibilities right now are very I'm very optimistic about this, because before Zack Snyder's Justice League, I would have said probably not, but that movie came out, did pretty well. The guys came back for additional photography, they had fun. Ben Affleck's back now, rumors of Joe Manganiello. All these rumors are coming out right now. Why right now? It's just very interesting. So, I suppose this Saturday at DC Fandom we'll find out a lot more about what the Flash movie exactly is. I'm very excited. I'm very interested to see what goes on. But people online were getting pissed about this because they thought, oh, it's going to go back to the DCEU history and reimagine it and wipe it clean. Now, there's no guarantee right now that at the end of the Flash movie, it reboots everything and we have a new timeline and a new world and the previous movies are gone and do not exist, especially Zack Snyder's ones. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I really don't, but I could be wrong. It's just my opinion right now. Many people don't want to watch this movie because they think that, oh, it's going against what Zack Snyder built on. But to be honest, for me, there's more signs of it respecting what Zack Snyder built than not. You know, a lot of the DCEU movies, Shazam, Birds of Prey, have referenced characters from that 2016 DCU that Zack Snyder, that David Ayer, and Patty Jenkins were building. So, for me, that's good signs instead of bad signs right now. And of course, the worst sign is, it's the Flash. It's doing the Flashpoint storyline. And the easy option would be to reboot everything. But in that sense, if you kill off Batfleck, if you reboot everything, if Henry Cavill is gone, you know, it's not gonna please too many people. But again, guys, if Zack Snyder's Justice League is outside of the Flash movie and outside of the DCU, if it's the Snyderverse, if its own contained thing, and whatever happens in the Flash movie, does it really matter then? Because if people out there are preaching, oh, yeah, I'm boycotting this movie, Ben Affleck dies, but then again, if you say that it's separate from the Snyderverse, then what the Flash movie? Why does that matter to that movie? You know, but I do think that the Flash movie being a success is actually very vital to the future of the DCEU, because if the rumors are true that the Flash movie has Fiora, has Batfleck, has all of these Zack Snyder teen stories and characters, and this movie does really, really well, like box office insane, reception, really, really well, I think there is a higher chance of Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 happening. I think there's a higher chance of Batfleck wanting to come back for more and whatever other characters pop up in this movie. Because if this movie comes out and does poor at the box office, guys, and is received pretty badly and just is a bad movie, do you think that Ben Affleck will want to return as Batman ever again? I don't think so. And do you think that Warner Bros. Would say, yeah, let's make a Flash 2. Let's make Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 because this movie did so well with all these characters in it. I just don't think that. That's me personally right now, because success is important to these comic book movies. Marvel doing well is good for DC because it keeps the discussion going, it keeps the engagement going. And what kind of faults DC at times is the marketing, is the talent they're bringing back for sequels. No Henry Cavill, no Will Smith, Jared Leto, Ben Affleck, stuff like that does implement the stories going forward, and also the quality of the movies. Definitely. You know, Birds of Prey could have been a better movie. Shazam was pretty good, but it could have been better. Maybe marketed better. Maybe not released in between Captain Marvel and Endgame. Bad from Warner Bros. Yet again. And Zack Snyder's Justice League was never even marketed that well, and it still did insane numbers internationally. The reception was good. So it's important, I think, that the Flash movie does pretty well. I do think that. Because if it flops, guys, if it fails, I don't think we see Ben Affleck return ever again. Why would he return to an environment that is just not good? You know, so I think it's important. Maybe you disagree, let me know below. But I am excited for the Flash movie right now, because what I've seen, I've liked the Batfleck stuff, the Michael Keaton stuff, the Supergirl stuff. The rumors have been pretty exciting as well. Zack Snyder's VFX team, his best friend, signed on for this movie. Those kind of things, guys, kind of make me more excited than not, because why would they sign on to this movie? Why would Jason Momoa be in this movie if it was disrespectful to Zack Snyder? Ray Fisher was originally signed on. He read the script. He liked it. He engaged with Andy Muschietti. You know, they had a good time together, and it's just a pity what happened with Walter Hamada and that bullshit with him. That guy. But, you know, I think there's more signs to be excited for the Flash movie than there is not to be, if you get me. Now, the Flash trailer could be a big help in easing our expectations, in bringing them up. And, you know, a lot of us have fears right now that Batfleck will be killed off, gone. Henry Cavill will be gone. Zack Snyder's movies will be gone. But it's easier to be negative about this than to be positive. It really, really is. And hopefully Andy Muschietti, with some of the signs he's put out there, you know, that Batman symbol with the blood on it, very Watchmen-esque in my opinion. You know, the Batman suit with Flash written over it. Maybe it's Red Dead, maybe it's not. You know, and bringing Ben Affleck back into it, it's very, very exciting, very, very interesting what this movie could be. It could be a great movie, it could be a very bad movie, but let's see how it goes. But these rumours from Daniel RPK, who does get some things right, like a Scooper, he gets some things wrong as well, but Twitter went insane over this, that the Flash will revisit the DCEU timeline, but alternate versions of it, so we could have Batgirl v Supergirl. I hope they don't do that, but that's one of the alternate takes that they could choose to do. Maybe instead of Superman dying in Batman v Superman, Batman die. That could be one of the alternate takes as well. So we'll have to go see what happens there. And it sets up a new Justice League. The dream will be Zack Snyder's Justice League with Keaton, with Batgirl, with whoever else they want to bring into it, maybe Shazam. But I hope they keep the original Justice League, because that movie was pretty good, guys. Zack Snyder's Justice League, and those actors, those characters are amazing. So keep them as best as you can. And maybe down the line, Zack Snyder could return for Zack Snyder's Justice League 2, and maybe he will have to use Batgirl and Shazam and these characters, because that's what DC will want to do. When Zack Snyder's a team player, he would say, okay, let me rewrite this, let me put this in a new fashion, and okay, this one's going to have Shazam in it, Green Lantern, you know, stuff like that. Batgirl, I can make a story out of that. I think that would be pretty cool as well, because Zack Snyder's a team player. I think he could come up with an amazing idea. So I'm okay with that as well. And maybe down the line, Zack can't direct it because he has Rebel Moon. That universe is expanding on Netflix. Army of the Dead. The guy has insane movies on the way, so maybe he can't direct Justice League 2, and maybe he would give it to James Wan. James Wan, direct this. I'll come on as a producer, executive producer, maybe a writer, and we'll plan this together for Justice League 2. I would love Zack to return, but maybe that just won't be possible in the future, but we'll have to see how that goes as well. But guys, what's your thoughts on the Flash movie? Visiting the DCU timeline, but alternate versions of what happened in Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Aquaman, Wonder Woman 1, Wonder Woman 84, and it's setting up a new Justice League. And what do you think that new Justice League will look like? And if it's not anything like Zack Snyder's Justice League and there's no Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck, how will you feel? To be honest, I would feel pretty bummed out. I really, really would, because it's Batman. You need Batman. I think Michael Keaton's just too old to carry that role more than a few more years. What can he do in this suit? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But guys, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for all the latest movie, TV, news, gossip, trailer reactions, DC, Marvel, all that good stuff. Come follow me on the social medias as well at Movies That Matter. Guys, catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, and have a good day.